Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards with Friday's edition of the regional news. We begin with news from Trinidad. A fire early Friday morning at the Amir Jet Warehouse facility at the south terminal of Piarco International Airport has led to the temporary suspension of all flight operations, according to the Airports Authority of Trinidad and Tobago. The authority confirmed that the incident occurred at the South Terminal and triggered an immediate response by the Piarco Fire Station, supported by units from the Arima Fire Station. Quote, "The fire is now under control," unquote, the authority said. The suspension of flights remains in effect pending clearance from the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service and the Trinidad and Tobago Civil Aviation Authority. Passengers have been advised to check with their respective airlines as the closure may cause delays. The authority said it will issue further releases to provide updates and will work with stakeholders, quote, to ensure the safe and secure resumption of flight operations at the Piarco International Airport, unquote. While in Mexico, U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday threatened Mexico with sanctions and tariffs in a dispute over water sharing between the two countries, accusing Mexico of breaking an 81-year-old treaty and, quote, stealing the water from Texas farmers, unquote. Under the 1944 treaty, Mexico must send 1.75 million acre-feet of water to the U.S., from the Rio Grande through a network of interconnected dams and reservoirs every 5 years. An acre-foot of water is enough to fill about half an Olympic-sized swimming pool. The current 5-year cycle is up in October, but Mexico has sent less than 30% of the required water, according to data from the International Boundary and Water Commission. Mexican officials have routinely pointed to a historic drought fueled by climate change as a barrier to fulfilling water commitments, a scenario for which the treaty offers leniency, allowing the water depth to be rolled over to the next 5-year cycle. The treaty also requires that the U.S. deliver 1.5 million acre-feet of water annually to Mexico from the Colorado River, an obligation that the U.S. has largely fulfilled, although recent deliveries have been reduced due to severe drought, something the 1944 Accord allows for. While Mexico sends far less water to the U.S., it has struggled to fulfill its end of the bargain due to a combination of factors including droughts, poor infrastructure, and growing local demand. Reuters, citing sources, reported on Wednesday that the Mexican officials were scrambling to come up with a plan to increase the amount of water sent to the United States because of growing concern that Trump could drag the dispute into trade negotiations. Texas Republicans have publicly accused Mexico of being chronically delinquent in its water deliveries and flagrantly ignoring the treaty. Finally, recovery efforts wrapped up in the capital of the Dominican Republic after a roof collapse at a nightclub during a concert killed at least 221 people, authorities said on Thursday. As families continue to mourn their loved ones, the cause of the catastrophe and the exact number of people who attended the fateful event have not yet been determined by authorities. The sudden collapse at the Jet Set nightclub in Santo Domingo after midnight on Tuesday marred a concert by merengue singer Ruby Perez, where politicians, athletes, and other prominent local figures had gathered. The Dominican government has approved creating a team of national and international experts to clarify the causes of the roof collapse at the popular venue, Fagor said in the video. Emergency teams that were on site until Thursday morning pulled nearly 200 survivors from the building in the hours following the disaster. After recovery efforts ended, the families of those missing left the area surrounding the nightclub, where they had stood for days embracing each other. Perez, the singer, was among those killed in the crush. Dominican President Luis Abinader attended his funeral on Thursday, with a public memorial service for him set to follow later in the day. pitcher Octavio Dotel and slugger Tony Blanco, both former Major League Baseball players, also died. Thank you for watching. Do have a great weekend. Until next time.